send shivers down your spine. Shrieking skull will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.
Objection!
In French,
Okay. Here's what we're gonna try to do, everybody. This is what we're gonna try to do. We're gonna try to just write it out for like 10 minutes. We're gonna see if we can just, through sheer force of will, make it work. And then if it doesn't, if it keeps doing encoding overload, then we'll have to end stream it. I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what to do. So we're just gonna see how it goes. It's been terrible thus far, but we'll just, you know, sheer force of will it. See if we can make this a thing that works. All right, it's not looking like it, but sheer force of will, it's fine. Welcome in, everybody. How are you today? Can I scroll back far enough is the question. I don't think so. Hold on. Let me see if my iPad, how much that it has. It does. Emmers, you were first a long time ago. Welcome in. How are you? It looks like encoding overload is still happening. It's okay. Sassy, welcome in right after that. Brad, hello. Let's see. We were messing with the intros. Mr. Pan has the flu? No! Also, Joss, welcome in. How are you?
Is this a murder? Why am I hearing yes?
Yimit! Does it work? It does not. It does not work. I was gonna add it, but I didn't do anything this weekend for the stream, or at least for OBS, and it's already having a bad day today, so I don't know. It still says, let's see. Yeah, it still says it's using 200% of my CPU. So I don't really know. It's usually high, like it's usually in the like 90s or like 80s or 90s or whatever. But 200, it was at 245 or something like that. So that's way too high. Valk, welcome in. How are you? Vix, hello. I saw you guys were talking about ice cream because I asked you about ice cream. And you guys voted that you like the cream part of the ice cream better. Coffee ice cream isn't a thing in the UK. What? Unbelievable. Okay, we're I think generally caught up. Hannah, welcome in. How are you? Oh yeah, look at that. Let's use 1,000. Yeah, let's use all of the CPU. How are you guys? How have you been? What have you been up to? How was your weekend? I'll refund you those points, you know. Yeah, we're gonna ride the roller coaster of my CPU and the encoding overloaded just to see what happens. I know you need to, because you guys are about to go on your trip in like a couple weeks. One and a half to 2 weeks. Hannah, did you hear about the Apex hackings? If it is, I've completely missed that, but I feel like my mom would have had that because she loves coffee. I like coffee ice cream. It's pretty good. Oh, of course, yeah. For those who don't know, there's a big tournament over the weekend, and like in the middle of the tournament, some of the players started to get hacked. And like the hackers gave them like, I don't know what it would be called, but like vision so that they could see where all the players were. It gave them aim bots so that like their aim was perfect. It was a whole big thing. Like, and they have like footage of it. Like they record that stuff. And one of the players is like, he even surprise. He even throws his hands up in the air and is like, it's just doing stuff on his own. So it looks like it sounds like they're probably investigating that. It's probably not great that Respawn just laid off a ton of people. So, you know, I'm sure that's just wonderful. But anyway, doesn't look good. Yeah, but who won? The hackers. The hackers won. They actually banned some of the players. I think it might be it was probably automatically, like auto bans or whatever for using hacks. But anyway, A lot of craziness over there right now, I bet. Maybe it was Opons. Maybe Opons did it. As like a, you laid off my friends, so. The hacker's known as Opons. Probably, yeah. It sounds like something he would do. But yeah, how was the rest of your weekend? What did you guys do this weekend? Should we try fishing just to see how borked this can get? I'm okay with raising the borkedness up a level. Let's see. Bork. Let's see how the old stream handles. Oh, wait, it's not even showing it. Oh, you know why? Hold on. How do you do this? There you go. It's there now. Ooh, let's go for 2 breaks on stream by me. Yeah, let's just have everything just get braked. But the right players got banned, or the people who had no controller of it? The people who got no controller of it. It would seem like the hackers are from outside of the players. It's not like one of the teams was hacking another. It's like an outside hacker person or group was doing it. So I don't think they know who it was. I don't even know if they know the origin of like how it's happened. So yeah, that's no fun at all. What did you guys play over the weekend? Did you guys play anything, watch anything? Oh, also update. The dev of the fishing game said that what they're going to do, because I suggested it, so it's basically me. Basically, I did this. They said they would add the ability to connect a second bot to the fishing game. So that way, like the so-and-so caught a something can come from that account. So that way, people who have not liked it, you can go back. So that way you can like block that account. I think I'm gonna create a jetpack something that has to do with like a fish. And so that way it'll be just the fishing bot account. And that way you guys can, if you don't want to see the little updates from the fishing thing, you can just block it and it won't show up for you all. And for those who do want to see it, it'll be there. Jetpack perch. I was trying to think of other like fish that have like a P name. It's funny. It's because of people like the hackers that I don't want to do anything fun like that. Not because I'm untalented. It's because of that. Yeah, I totally feel that. Finish the main story. Fae Farm, just achievement hunting right now. Ooh, that's awesome. How have you been enjoying it? And yeah, Brett, same. Honestly, same. God. Oh, I don't like that. I know you're probably right that it was just auto-banning and a precautionary measure more than anything, but imagine playing a game legitimately and getting banned innocently. Yeah, I think it was like a few of the players that happened too. And I'm sure it's like an auto-banning of like, it detects hacking. And I mean, it didn't really need to detect it because everyone could see it happening. But still, none of that's very fun, and it's kind of, you know, it's weird if they're able to get into the system somehow. Oh, I need to lower the music. What else? I started watching a show called One of Us is Lying. I think it's on either Paramount or Peacock, or maybe it's made by Paramount, but it's on the Peacock streaming site or something. I don't know. Do I recommend it? Probably not. But I put it on while I was working, and I'm on season 2 now. There's only 2 seasons. I don't know if it's gonna end in like a cliffhanger and then the show is canceled, or if it's just two. I think it's just 2 seasons. I think the last season came out a couple of years ago, so I don't think if it's gonna continue. I don't know. I doubt it. But One of Us is Lying is interesting. I'm like, so it's like a bit of a mystery show. It's about a bunch of high schoolers, a group of them, not a bunch, I guess. How much is a bunch? Like 6? Then it's not a bunch. It's just like a group. It's like 4 people. But it's a group of high schoolers who are accused of murdering one of their fellow students. And they all had like detention at the same time. And so it is seemingly like one of them did it. And again, do I recommend it? Shady, welcome in. How's it going?
Garbage!
If you had 6 apples, I'd be like, man, that's a bunch of apples. Yeah, exactly. I think a bunch is around 6, I think. Maybe 5, but probably like, I think 6 for sure. But yeah, do I recommend One of Us is Lying? I find, here's my biggest, so the general premise is that if you guys are familiar with Gossip Girl, did he die to anaphylactic shock? Yes. It's about in the high school, there's a guy who runs like a website that's like, basically, I listened to the audiobook recently. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I saw that it was based on a book. How was the book? Very curious. When does your bunch upgrade to a bushel? That's a good question. Did you like the book? Because I would say the show, none of the characters are very likable. And I think that's one of the problems that I had, was that as I was watching it, I was sort of like, I don't necessarily care if any of them get in trouble. Like, if any of them are the killer, I don't know if I care. Like, I think part of it is because at the start, from the first episode, they kind of introduce all the characters. And I feel like each of the characters are at their meanest, sort of, in that first episode. It was alright, wasn't the greatest thing I've ever listened to, but it definitely got me in the end. Yeah, so that's why I've continued watching it. Like I said, there's 8 seasons an episode. I'm like episode 2 or 3 of season 2. I'm gonna watch it to the end. Again, I don't know if the show got canceled or if it's just like, or maybe the story's done after the 2nd season. But I just, as they were introducing everyone, they all just seem very like, I don't know. I'm just like, they all seem terrible. So, or like, I don't know. They just treat people kind of poorly. And so I was just like, I don't know. None of them are like, oh, the geek who's just kind of a nice guy or something like that. They're all just like mostly popular kids who are just really obnoxious. And so that's why I think I'm like, all right. I don't like rooting for any of these people. Though I don't like how they don't have explanations for how the guy got all the dirt on all of them. I think the show seems to explain that a little bit. I don't know if maybe that was something they tried to fix in the show. Terrible people doing terrible things is a regular trope these days. Yeah. I think I just don't like that. What was that show? It's about like a rich family, maybe. I've heard that that's very like all the characters are just terrible. It's like a longer word, and maybe starts with a C or has a C in it. Or maybe it starts with an S or has an S in it. They definitely don't explain in the book. Okay. And in the show, they kind of touch on it briefly. But it's basically this guy has a site that exposes people's secrets. It's kind of like a gossip site, but it seems to be that most everything that gets put on there is true. And so, yeah, and so there's motive for the guy to be killed, and it is unlike Gossip Girl in that I think I've never watched Gossip Girl, but from my understanding, Gossip Girl, they don't know who it is, or it's not like a featured character. This is like everybody in the school knows who runs the site, so there's like reason and motive to like kill the kid, but anyway, it was just very meh. It's been mostly meh so far. I am interested. Again, I'll watch it through to the end. I think watching the show, there were some things that was like very predictable. Like just based on the storytelling, I thought I kind of knew who it probably was. I wasn't like 100% sure why it made sense, but I was like, I feel like they haven't really touched on this, or like this person hasn't really been like, I don't know. They just didn't do a good job of like hiding like, oh, it's who the real person is, I think. But again, I think even by the end of it, I was like, some of the characters got a little bit better. Do you know who did it? Yes. Yeah. They go over it in the first season. The second season might be a second book? Question mark? Because I guess it's a series, maybe. But yes. So they do all of the book in 8 episodes. There's a second book. Is there a third book? Because maybe that's why there's only 2 seasons. I will say second season has started a little bit better, I think. I don't think there's a third. Okay, so maybe that's why there's only 2. I was sort of like, it's rare to see a show that is purposefully only 2 seasons. It feels like usually if there is a second season, there is a third. And so I saw that there was only 2, and I was like, this might be one of those where it's like, it ends in a cliffhanger, and then we just never really get to know, or you have to read the book. But second season has started out a little bit decently. I'm interested in some of it, but then there's also a part of it where I don't care. Does the second season have a trio of siblings whose father died somewhat recently? 2 girls in high school and an elementary school brother. No. Maybe the second season is just made up. That could also be. It continues the story of the characters from the first book, or from the first season. What's the second season about? It's about the same group of kids. I wonder if the first season's different. Also, I'm curious now. I wonder if what if the ending's different than the book? This second season is about the high schoolers are still getting messages from Simon Says, and it seems like each episode they've had to do something. Someone knows their secret and is like blackmailing them. It's starting to turn into I Know What You Did Last Summer a little bit. I wonder is that all contained in the first book, or it has the same characters, but the kids from the first book graduated. Oh no, the interesting. Nope, they're not in college. I thought they were going to be, but they are not in college. The second season. So So I'm gonna leave this mostly spoiler free. The first season ends at the Halloween party or after the Halloween party, if that is in the book. And so did they reveal the killer as the end of... Yes. Yes, and they dealt with the killer. So it's like over. Gotta go shop for a pillow, Shady! Thanks for popping in. I hope the pillow shopping goes well. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you get a bunch of pillows. Or a bushel of them. I see what's going on. Okay. It's a camping... Oh, so you can't buy 6 of them then. Unless they compress enough. I guess. Is it like half of the first book or something? Alas, no. No! Well, I hope you have a good one, Shady. Thanks for saying hello. So it really is just the first book made into... Okay, it's made into 2 seasons. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, that makes more sense, probably. Yeah, again, I would say to people who have not watched this show, do I recommend it? Maybe the book's better. Maybe the book's better. The show, I think overall, I will also say, I want you to finish it now. I will. I definitely will. I think this is also one of my issues with the story, at least again with the show. But I feel like this probably does happen in the books. But it's one of my biggest pet peeves in stories is, so many of the problems come from characters not talking to each other. This happens in The Walking Dead a lot. That's one of the reasons why I kind of got tired of The Walking Dead, is because continually they're in a situation where their lives depend on them, like, having the full knowledge of the situation. But repeatedly, people keep on being like, we won't tell anybody about this. And then it always ends up being a problem. And I hate that. I just hate it so much. That happens a lot in the show as well, where they're like, we really need to trust each other now. Okay, we trust each other. And then immediately the next scene will be like, I have, like, someone being like that they have a secret and they can't tell anybody, and then it just comes back and ends up being worse, and then people are like upset, and then they're like, no, guys, we have to trust each other. And everyone's like, okay. Next scene, someone's lying. Next scene, somebody has a huge secret, and I just hate it. It bugs me to no end. So yeah, that happens a lot in the show. But the acting, I will say, acting is overall pretty good. I think I just don't like the characters. It's not that they're acted poorly. It's that a lot of them are just the worst. Some of the side characters are even worse than the main characters, and I think that's how I have started to somewhat root for them, is because some of the peripheral characters are just so bad. But I feel like that does, when I then sit and think about it, like when it's a scene with all of the main characters, I'll just be like, wow, I don't know who I'm rooting for. I don't really know if I trust anybody. And what's the show called again? It's called One of Us is Lying. And again, I think it's streaming on Peacock for people who have that. I think it's made by Paramount, ? I feel like I remember seeing Paramount pop up on the screen, but I could be wrong. Anyway, it's basically like a CW... It feels like a CW mystery show. And maybe also part of it is I'm just not the target audience. That could be also part of it, is being like, wow, these people are the worst. But maybe, I don't know, maybe some Gen Zer would be like, these guys are cool. I hate the face of every single one of those actors. It's fair. That's fair. There is a character that I absolutely cannot stand watching whenever she's on screen. I think her character's name is Vanessa, maybe? I think I might have made that up. Yeah, it's Vanessa. Yeah, I cannot stand her character. Anytime she's on the screen, I just want to die. Part of me though was like, are schools like this at all today? Because if so, I am so glad I am not in school anymore. So many of the characters have like a big online presence. And so that like the character Vanessa will be doing what is essentially Instagram lives while in school. Is she the one who's dating someone, or is she the one who has a crush on the best? Vanessa is the ex-friend of what is her name? The blonde, the ex-friend of the blonde. I can't remember it. The main character blonde, who's like a social media influencer, and she dated both TJ and what's the gosh. I don't know like any of them. Hold on. One of us is lying. She is okay. Addie. She's Addie's ex-best friend. She also dated Jake, I guess, for a little bit. But she was like, she's just really annoying. I really don't know how to describe her besides she's very, very annoying. She had something with a teacher. I don't want to spoil, but she had something involving a teacher. In the show, she's incredibly annoying. And a lot of it has to do with like, she'll be like, people will be walking down the hallways and she'll be doing like an Instagram live or TikTok live or whatever, but like the in-universe version of it. And will like, it's so obnoxious, but she will just be like talking about somebody, but like they'll be right there and she's like saying just awful things about them. And yeah, I don't know. Part of me was like, if that is what if like schools are like that now, goodness, I hope. So apparently there is supposed to be 3 seasons. Interesting. I don't think the 3rd season must not be out, if so. And that's weird. Is it out? But it got canceled and season 2 left on a murderous cliffhanger. Okay, excellent. That's what I sort of figured. Because again, it's weird for a TV show to be just 2 seasons. So I was kind of expecting that it's not going to end satisfactorily, but we'll see. I'll tell you about it. Okay, yeah, I'll tell you where it ends, and then you can fill me in on the rest. So I started watching another show, but it was in Japanese with English subtitles, and I couldn't work and like watch it at the same time. And I remember someone had mentioned that One of Us is Lying was a good crime binge. What show is this? It's called One of Us is Lying, based on a book. But someone said it was a good crime binge, and I'm like, I like a good mystery. And so that's why I was like, I'll throw it on and I can work while I watch it. But yeah, it's been very meh. I don't know. The book might be better, Emmers. Yeah, I guess it started in 2021 or 2022, I think. And yeah, I don't know. But anyway, it features very obnoxious teens. It's very CW. The book is all right. The show is also just all right. Yeah, I don't know. I was actually expecting something better because the recommendation I feel like is this person recommends usually pretty good stuff. So I was sort of like, probably why the show got canceled. Yeah, I think I think it makes sense that it probably didn't do very well. And again, I think honestly part of it is that the kids aren't all right. I think part of it is, in my opinion, that I think the characters are really hard to like, especially maybe in the show. I don't know if the books are a little bit different. They're written a bit differently. But I found them mostly unlikable. And like, I didn't really care about them. There was none of the characters was I like, I really want you to succeed, or there was like one character who I think is like, of the four main characters, I think the one that is the most likable is probably, I don't remember his name, but he's like the criminal. That's sort of like what everyone sort of knows him as. He's sort of the most like, he's less privileged as the other kids. Is like Nate. Yes, that's his name. So he's sort of like down on his luck already, so you kind of feel bad that he's going through all this, but he's like legitimately a criminal and also like has done very bad things. Yeah. He's light spoilers, is a drug dealer. Went to make dinner. How's OBS? It hasn't really. It's still kind of choppy a little bit. We'll see what happens. But he's also like a drug dealer and has like he makes very bad choices, and so I think like part of me is still like, I don't really like this guy. He's actually very bad. Also, not to change the subject, but did you see that Game Chops release? Oh no, I didn't. I'll have to look into that. That's awesome. Yeah, it's still not. Yeah, it's less than it was before. It's at 208%. So, but I can definitely the camera and stuff. It's freezing a little bit. We might not play a game today. We might just end up talking for another 30 minutes or so and then stopping, because I don't know what's going on. I don't want to play as much as I want to play Final Fantasy. I don't want to have the VOD like save your $57 for 9 songs. Yeah, I think that's probably wise. I'll have to, well, maybe we'll listen to that tomorrow. Yeah, I feel like Nate, out of all the characters in the show, are the most likable, at least from the live action show. Like, yeah, I think all the other ones I'm sort of like, especially at the beginning, they're all very kind of typical, like the way they talk to other students or treat other people is very like popular kid jerk nonsense. And that automatically makes me not like them. And so then some of them get better as like the season progresses, but like, I don't know. So that's why I was like, Nate's alright, but he's also like sort of the worst at the same time. Kind of a bad decision maker with the drug selling. So I don't know. No spoilies. Anyway, we were talking about a show that I started watching this weekend called One of Us is Lying, and we were talking about if I would recommend it or not. And my answer is probably no. Unless unless you guys are like, I really love the CW and I really want to watch like a teen drama mystery. Then if that is you, then you might like it a lot. I'll finish the second season, even though now we learned that it's for sure gonna cut off at like a cliffhanger and it won't be resolved. That's okay. I guess also know that going into it is that after 2 seasons, it's gonna end on a cliffhanger and you won't have a resolution. Also, I saw that Sassy has started watching Delicious in Dungeon. You guys should as well. It's very good. Sassy, I hope you're enjoying it. But yeah, that's... So no wonder I was confused about this Halloween party. It never actually... Wait, really? Interesting. I wonder if... I wonder how much they changed. I wonder how much they changed in... Part of me wonders, because it could have been... I wonder if they didn't know if it was going to be picked up for a second season. But they decided the only party is one Nate has at his house? Interesting. I don't think he has a party at his house the entire season. He has no party. But it's not a Halloween party. Okay. Very interesting. Part of me wonders if they didn't know if there was going to be a second season. And so, because the first season probably could have ended on its own. Granted, it does leave on a cliffhanger, sort of. Like, it introduces another thing. Like, it kind of feels pretty resolved. Except there's like a... Like, sort of at the last couple of minutes, it's like, uh-oh, something else. And then the second season picks up literally right after that moment. I was expecting, because once the show was ending, I was like, okay, there's a second season. I wonder if they're, because they're in their senior year. So I was like, I wonder if they're going to be in college after this or something. But no, it's like, I'm also really confused on the timeline of things. Because in the first season, they have prom. In my high school, prom was like towards the end of the year. But theirs is like, I guess in the middle of the year, maybe before the middle of the year. Because in the second season, they're talking to Nate and they're like, you have to pass like these 2 classes or you're not gonna be able to graduate. And they kind of make it sound like he has like half of the year left to like make it better. I'm very confused because isn't there like homecoming and then prom and then spring fling and then Halloween dance? I don't know. We didn't have like, I think we had maybe one main dance a semester. We're not, at least in my school, but I went to a pretty small school. We had homecoming, but prom was always at the end of the year. Like, end of the school year. I feel like those are the main 2 that we had. We had homecoming and then prom. I'm Canadian. I got a graduation party. It's totally fair. I think every school does it differently, but usually, I don't know. I've always associated prom, even in other TV shows, to typically be towards the end of a school year, like maybe a little bit before like their final exams or whatever. But this was like, yeah, okay, wait, now I'm thinking about it. I recall they're actually in the episode, they have prom and then later they're like, I have a midterm coming up. And it never hit me that they haven't even hit, like, technically they're still in their like first semester of class. Homecoming was always in November. Prom was just after exams for us. True. Why would you crown a prom king or queen at the start of the year? Exactly. So we're in the second season, and that's why I'm confused also, So in the second season, they have no. It's the first season. In the first season, they have prom right before Halloween. And so I think that's why in the second season I was confused, because they're like, you really need to pass your class, but you still have time to do that. You have like your last semester to work on this. In my school, we had prom in May, I think. We graduate in June. Exams are like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, graduation that Saturday. Yeah. So in the show, their prom is in like pre-Halloween, because the end of the season ends in Halloween. And they've already elected prom king and queen by that point. It's very weird. Again, a lot of this, I feel like the show doesn't fully make sense, but maybe they changed things. Maybe it's like an adaptation, like a crazy adaptation. And maybe they changed some things so that it could maybe fit just one season, but then maybe they got picked up for a second. And so they were like, okay, we can at least continue it from here, maybe. I don't really know. Very weird. It's, again, do I recommend the show? Probably not. I don't know if it's good enough for me to be like, I only like to recommend things that I really, really like. This isn't one of my recommendations. Maybe if you're just completely desperate for some teen drama, but that's about it. I will finish it though, because again, I've made it this far. What shows? It's called One of Us is Lying. I had started another show, but again, I stopped it because it was in subtitles, and I can't really like work and read at the same time. Shocking. And it's called House of Ninjas. I watched the first half of the first episode, and it's decent. It's a bit slow, but like I'm kind of interested. I might try to pick it up when I can like sit down and watch it. Maybe they're lying about the dance being called prom. No, they were all like, they were all talking about prom. I'm fairly positive. Because they were like, this is our last prom. I'm pretty sure, or maybe they said homecoming, but I feel like it was prom, because they made a big deal about it. I'm trying to remember now. I can't, but I feel like it was prom. Alternate reality confirmed. House of Ninjas was interesting, and again, I kind of want to watch that, but it was in subtitles. It's about a family of ninjas in modern day. They are like the last ninja family, basically. And they are no longer ninjas. Due to light spoilers. I don't know how many of you would watch this anyways, but the family has stopped being ninjas after I think one person in their family died. And so they've like kind of gone back to like a normal way of life. But House of Not Ninjas, Notchas. But they're being called back, maybe. You know, like maybe there's something maybe they're gonna be called out of that, I assume. But the action has been pretty good, and the characters are like really interesting. But I couldn't work and watch at the same time. But I might try to pick it up. It was on Netflix. Made it through episode 7 of Delicious in Dungeon and episode 4 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I saw that you commented on the thread in there, and I hope you're enjoying Delicious in Dungeon. House of Nachos? I heard nachos, yeah. House of Nachos. Gosh, Delicious in Dungeon is so good. I love that I see, like, it seems to be picking up a lot of, like, momentum recently, like, other people watching it, and I hope that lasts. I hope that's something that continues, because I guess I've heard that the manga might be over, question mark, but I kind of hope that, they, like, make more? I would like more? More, please? Also, I don't know. Senshi is the best. His beard is top tier. Absolutely. He is the best. Emmers with a 2-star. Ooh, an Eagle Ray. Senshi is the best. Big agree. That's why I want that, Oh, you just, you broke 1,000. That's why I really want that Nendoroid. Because it's so good. He's awesome. The last episode from last week got kind of intense, though. I will tell you. I was kind of surprised, but the Nendoroid is super cute. Yeah, I love his art style, or like his design, his character design. Like his eyes, I think, are the best. And despite typically not changing very much, there's only a couple times where his eyes actually do anything different. I feel like I just enjoy it so much. He is up on Amazon. No way. I won't be able to buy it right now, but I'm gonna wish list it. Amazon. Senshi. Ooh. With the link. It looks so good. February next year release date. Yeesh. Hold on. Add to wish list. New record. Yeah, I've got it wish listed now. Pre-order price guarantee. It's so good. It's just so adorable. Okay. Hannah, not with the fishing. Let's see. Yeah, it hasn't done yours yet. Yes, let's see. Hannah, is this your first catch? You got some keys. Nice. What do we spend gold on? So right now, gold is just points. Like it's just your oh cool. It's just points. However, let's see, your second and then a flippy flop. It's just points, but eventually they said that they want to add a shop where you will be able to buy lures, or like different fishing rods or something that then you could use to get better, like, cause each item is ranked different stuff. So it's like junk, common, uncommon, rare, legendary or something. It would allow you then to typically get more like legendary stuff, I think, is how they want that to work. But it hasn't been added yet. The nice thing about Amazon is that if you pre-order something, it doesn't bill you until the item is released. Oh, and you can cancel anytime. Well. Okay, maybe I'll get it pre-ordered then. Cause yeah, I would like that. It looks so good. I don't have a Nendoroid, but if I put it on my shelf, have a Senshi right there. I did think about maybe at some point, probably not soon. Ooh, the sailfish. Maybe I could show Delicious in Dungeon in the Discord or something. But I only have access to the subtitled ones, so. Like, I just pre-ordered just so it's saved, but I can always cancel. Interesting. Okay, then I'll probably do that. Because, yeah, that'd be dope. Valk, how are you? How's it going? But yeah, I'm very curious to see how the rest of the show goes. I kind of wish I could. Well, I'm talking about Delicious in Dungeon. I wish I could just binge it, but the episodes aren't out, so I have to wait. Like it's the 90s again. It's very good. I highly recommend it for people who haven't started watching it. Yes, please. I'd love to watch it with you guys. I don't remember what episode I'm on, but I was watching more of it. Oh, wait. Have you been watching it, Valk? That's so fun. I hope you're enjoying it. It's very good. Oh, there's an ad break going. My bad. Yeah, I don't know. It's still doing the encoding overloaded. I don't know why. So we might not play a game today. I don't want to play Final Fantasy and then have it choppy. I don't want somebody going back to the VODs and then being like, wow, this is unwatchable. Because it's so choppy. So we might just stop soon. I don't think there's something else we could play momentarily. I don't think I have anything that I'd be like, yeah, it's still doing encoding overloaded. Hogwarts Legacy was doing that to me over the weekend. I actually had to close all the streams I had open in the background. It was sad. No, it's okay. Yeah, it's no fun if somebody was trying to get the full story, watch the VOD, and then they are like, they get to this part. How far are we into it? Part 6, and it's like barely watchable. So I don't know what happened to OBS over the weekend. I have not updated it. I haven't changed anything with it. I don't think I even opened it up over the weekend. So I'll have to... You got a vape! I'll have to... I don't know. Nothing's changed. I, like, updated other software, like Photoshop, but, like, Photoshop's not open right now. Oh, wow, yeah. There's, like, really random things. I've also added some custom things in there. So you can sometimes get characters from other games or Scriggle or some other curse stuff. Ooh, you got a 3-star. New record. Golden Red-Eye Rudd. Yeah, OBS is demanding all the attention in CPU. It is still at 201. There is another thing that is like taking up more process that I have not seen before, but apparently it is tied to my capture card. So I need to investigate that. And like sometimes it's fine. Like right now things are going okay. Things are going pretty okay. But then every once in a while it'll just be like chop chop. So we'll have to see. Wonder. Let me see something. If I go here. Let me try that. What else has been going on? Monopoly. We talk about Monopoly a lot. Actually, we don't. But I don't know if you guys know this. There's apparently a Monopoly mobile game that has released. It's called Monopoly Go, I believe. apparently it's doing very well. In like 6 months' time, they've made like $1 billion or something crazy like that. You apparently play Monopoly. It's I guess it's the game Monopoly, but it uses those like it's the things I hate in any kind of mobile game, where it's like you have so many moves you can do, so many dice you can roll, and then in order to roll more dice, it's like you have to wait 15 minutes to get one more roll, but then it's like, but you could buy, with some microtransactions, you could buy extra rolls, so you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait that 15 minutes. You could keep rolling now. Apparently, people have been all about it, and so they've made like a ton of money over not a long period of time. So apparently, that's a new thing. People be playing Monopoly Go. Monopoly Go. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, it's Monopoly Go. Let's see. You can tell it's doing well based on when I search for Monopoly Go, there are sites that are like, here are free dice links for March 2024. Let me see. I can't find. There's actually here we go. Monopoly Go passes $2 billion in revenue. So that's a thing. Also, I forgot about this. If you want to hear a kind of nightmare scenario, guess which website is going to be adding gaming to their platform. Not gaming streaming, but like they will be adding games to their platform. Don't tell me Twitter. No. Though Twitter has live streaming. Apparently. I've never seen anybody on it. But not Twitter. Though I'm sure they'll try it at some point. It's even more of a surprise and probably even worse. No, I'm not going to live stream on Twitter. I assume you have to have premium to do that, but I could be wrong. I knew it'd be the next step for you. No. The new platform that is adding games to their site is LinkedIn. That's right. The business social media page is adding gaming, or they're working on it. They're gonna have 3 games starting off. They said it's going to be a la Wordle and games like it. Like it's going for that kind of simpleness. No. Yeah. And so I mean, I think I technically have a LinkedIn. I have not been on it in years, probably. I do not know when the last time I updated. Probably over a decade. Like it's been. I don't use it. And from my understanding, it has evolved way past since the time that I've used it. Which is when I used it, I would just my fun thing was because you could like endorse people for things. And it would give them like a tag of like a certain thing. So I could endorse someone and say this person's really good at Excel or something like that. I would endorse people for nuclear decommissioning. And I would say that they're very good at that. That was my thing. When I used LinkedIn, I gave like everybody I knew a nuclear decommissioning tag. Now, apparently it's evolved now. So there's like, from my understanding, there's like business influencers on there that talk about like how much they love corporate life, I guess, and other stuff. But now you'll be able to game, and apparently you will have both an individual score that is visible, but also a score for your company. And so, like, I guess if you were like a manager of the company and you have access to like the business link of LinkedIn, so like you're the business profile on LinkedIn, you'll be able to like see and also show off your employees' ranks in the different games, which also seems like a nightmare scenario. Because imagine if you get pulled in to a review, an annual review or something, and they're like, still casual? You're really not pulling your weight in Wordle. We need you to up your Wordle scores so that, because it reflects poorly on our company when you don't do the word in just 2 or 3 guesses, or like whatever. I don't know what the games are. I think they've said the names, but they didn't explain like what like the actual game mechanics are. So it looks like it's gonna be a lot of like word-based things. But yeah, that I just can't imagine wanting to do any of that. It just seems like the worst. Did you hear that someone turned the Glasgow Wonka experience into a musical parody? I didn't hear that. They're making it into like, what is this? Oh, right. What is this? Right. What is this? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot I did this for you, man. That's right. Okay, let me delete all of this. I mean, I don't think that's what's causing the encoding overloaded, but we can't be too sure. Like, was it a parody video, or are they like making it into a musical? While we're here, no, I don't have anything like. I have no idea. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for 15 more minutes. If we get an encoding overloaded, we'll stop the stream after that 15 minutes. If everything's fine, maybe we'll move into the game. WillyFest creative team includes Ricky Lindholm, who said in a press release that she believes the musical could be waiting for Guffman, but with scam artists. Also on board are High School Musical. Wow, so they're making it into like a thing. That's crazy. Well, way to go. Way to go. It should star the people from who actually performed there. That'd be amazing. It also seems like it could be terrible, to be honest. It kind of seems like it's a funny meme, but part of me is like, is there a story? Is there a musical in there? I feel like not, but it feels like a group of people being like, this is a meme, we can maybe cash on it if we act fast enough. That's sort of, I don't know. That's my interpretation. The team is coming up with main characters, antagonists, and song moments. Lovely. I can't. I feel like it's not going to be the next Hamilton, but not everything needs to be Hamilton, though. We got an encoding overloaded. Okay. We'll probably end the stream here in like 10-ish minutes. And Debbie's, welcome in. How are you? How's it going? We're having some OBS issues, some stream issues. So I don't want to hop into the game while it's like it's doing stuff. OBS wants all of my CPU. It wants all of it. And we can't have that, because if not, Just doesn't look good. It's not very... No one's gonna really watch it. So, I'm thinking we're gonna stop here in like 10-ish minutes. Because, yeah, I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna troubleshoot this. Because I didn't change anything. OBS has been causing trouble for everyone lately. I hate it. Well, OBS has been giving us some problems. Part of it is that my machine's pretty old. And so... It doesn't help, and a new Mac is expensive, so we can't do that. But what's weird, again, this is my problem, is that I don't change anything. But then it's like I did not open up OBS over the weekend since the last stream. Last stream ran pretty well. I think we had like encoding overload at the very beginning, and then it just stopped, and then it was like good for the rest of the stream. This is like, it says again, where is it now? 212% of my CPU it wants. Why is that? It was nice to see you all at least. OBS needs to chill. Thanks for keeping me company while yeah, absolutely, Valk. I'm glad that you're here. Are you enjoying Delicious in Dungeon, by the way? It's holding it hostage, but won't release its demands. Yeah, I don't know. Like, sometimes it acts like this if I haven't restarted my computer, and so I did. I have done it twice today, and it's still like, give me more. I don't know. I'm gonna have to investigate some things. It's like no matter what we do, it's like it just wants more. So yeah, I don't know. We'll give it a day. Maybe it needs another day to its weekend. You know, it'll sleep. And then tomorrow it'll be good. Loving it. My friend introduced me to it, and then you all were talking about it, and I'm fully sucked in. Yeah, it's super good. Senshi is my favorite. He's just great. He's just the best. But yeah, I was thinking, I was like, it would be fun to have like a Delicious in Dungeon day and maybe play like 3 episodes or so. Again, I only have access to the subtitled versions, so we'd have to deal with that. But it'd be fun. But Debbie, how was your weekend? How's work today? How are you doing? Let's see. Is there anything else news-wise? Have you guys bought anything else from this Steam spring sale? I think it ends in like 3 or 4 days. Let's make your purchases now. About a documentary called Quiet on the Set. Interesting. What's it about? Weekend was good. Saw the Kooks. Oh, how was it? Nothing else new. I don't think I'm gonna buy anything else from the Steam sale. I think I'm gonna wait because in a few months we'll have the summer sale. A lot of that stuff will probably be back. I haven't gone back to look to see if there are any new deals. Yeah. Steam keeps on messaging me every day and is like, did you know there's a Steam sale? This game is on sale. I'm like, yes, I know. I know, like everything's on sale. I think I'm gonna wait because I did see that, Emmers. I think I'm gonna wait right now because there's a couple games that I'm looking into. Still a couple games I'm looking into. Lightyear Frontier comes out tomorrow. Might pick that up. Pepper Grinder comes out later this month. So I think instead of buying some games on sale, I might just save for those, but we'll see. I still want to try Eco, but I also don't want to play that solo. Is that on Steam also? They always put on a great show. Wish they had played some more songs. Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. They always put on a good show. Wish they had played some more songs off their new album, but it's fine. Yeah, it's fair. That's awesome, though. Do you go to concerts often? It is. Because isn't Eco is also one of the... Eco 2 is one of the new games that that's on the Switch, I think. It's on sale right now for 30-ish. Okay. Right, didn't they announce Eco 2? Did I make that up? Eco 2. Game. Oh, no. I'm thinking of another game. Eco does look good, though. I know which one you're talking about now. Yeah. Yes. I had a different game.
Not so long ago, in
this
mysterious
economy
land of Toronto,
Gizmo,
Canada.
welcome in. How are you? How's your weekend? I bought Dragon Quest Builders and Dragon Quest Builders 2 as a bundle. Ooh, even though I already own DQB2 on Switch. That's fair. I've never played one of those games, but they look good. Get out of here. Gizmo, how's your weekend? I'm doing all right. How are you? I'm doing okay. OBS is acting up, so we're gonna end stream here actually, like in a few minutes. It wants over 200% of my CPU, and it keeps doing encoding overloaded. So we're just gonna stop. I'm not gonna hop into a game if you can't enjoy it. So tempted to go to Best Buy and buy Lenovo Legion Go. Really want to play Coral Island now. Yeah, they're pretty good. I don't have a Lenovo Legion Go. I have a Steam Deck, but it seems like Shibby is enjoying his. And I've watched other people play Coral Island, and yeah, it seems interesting. Wait, really? Yeah, I don't know what's going on, and I haven't changed anything over the weekend. So OBS is just OBSing. And I restarted my computer twice. We've restarted stream like 3 times. I don't know. So we're probably just gonna stop. Because I don't want to play, again, I don't want people to go back to the VODs and see like, wow, this is unwatchable. It keeps cutting in during cutscenes, or like, being choppy during a cutscene. Don't want that. It wouldn't be fun. Just got to chapter 3. We are on 4, I think. I think so. Chapter 3 is pretty short, if I recall. I think we're on 4. You should play in local record, Brad. My CPU is already at 200 and something % without recording. How do you think it's gonna act if I try to record this and stream? It's even choppy in the preview, so like it's not gonna look good regardless. My stream would explode. No stream, just record. Unfortunately, I've been actually noticing that when I record things, it's also giving me encoding overloaded recently. So it is like everything is wrong. Everything is wrong with it. Coral Island is so fun, and if you get to check the settings, you can change how long. That's right. That's great, I think. Because one of my only complaints about Fae Farm is that the days are very short. It feels like you have to like really pick and choose what you want to do that day. But yeah, I can't just record either. It's like it acts pretty bad. The days are very short. Yes. I've had it when I was playing it. There was a few times where I'd be in the dungeons and like was about to get to like a new level to like put like a teleport thing there, and it would like send me back. It'd be like the day's over. I'd be like, no. I was so close. I have mine on the longest days possible because I'm too ADHD to get enough done in a day. That's totally fair. Well, some of those, I feel like the mechanics in a farm sim game often, there's like so much you need to do, whether it's like going to talk to somebody or but on the top of that, you also need to do like your farm stuff. And sometimes the farming thing will then like take a huge chunk of your day, and then now you don't have time to like, especially if you can't find somebody. I've seen like it's actually easier to find people in Coral Island, like you can see them on the map sort of, but like yeah, still it can be sort of like hard to track everything and get it all done in a day, and then you feel like you're behind if otherwise. Though when I played Fae Farm, I barely talked to anybody. I was not interested in like the festivals or anything, so I was mostly just like trying to get to the end of every dungeon was sort of my deal. So it didn't feel as bad, but I tried to min-max my time with like how I wanted to approach each of the dungeons, I guess. There's so much to do, yeah, and that's fair. There's definitely a lot more to do in Coral Island for sure, so it's, yeah, it can be tough. But I just talked to people till I got to relationship achievements. Yeah, I honestly, I think the only person that I had more than like a basic friendship with was the fisherman, because you automatically your friendship level goes up just by talking to somebody in Fae Farm, and I kept on forgetting how much fishing rods cost. So I would go talk to him like every few days, and our friendship level kept going up and up and up. I was like, excellent. But I only talked to people if I had to. NPC locations on the map is such a great quality of life upgrade. If it's in the new Stardew update, I might start playing again. All I know is you can now drink mayonnaise in Stardew. That's a big thing that everyone's talking about right now. The dev of Stardew has been posting one item from the patch notes a day for the past like couple of weeks. And today's patch note, or yesterday's maybe, was you can now drink mayonnaise. So there's a lot of memes about that, but that's why the go live for today was you can now drink Moogles, was because of that. But he would want to. There are people who drink mayonnaise apparently. So. I'm not a big mayonnaise person, so the idea of that's not fun for me, but more power to them, I guess. So yeah, I guess if your character's hungry, you can just whip up some mayonnaise real fast. But anyway. Well, friends. Unfortunately, OBS is not cooperating with us today, and I don't know why. So we're probably going to just end it here, because I can't. It bugs me when I am playing a game and I look over briefly and I see that it's choppy or frozen, especially since Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is like, there's a bunch of cutscenes and stuff, and the story is important. I don't want that to be an annoying thing for people to watch. So we're probably just gonna end it today. How am I gonna troubleshoot this? Absolutely zero idea. I don't really know what's causing that. I understand that, yeah. It's no fun. It's no fun, especially like if I was playing something that it didn't really matter, maybe we could like if I was playing Animal Crossing or something where it's like the story isn't really a big deal, maybe we could get by with that. But because it's Final Fantasy VII and I want you guys to enjoy it and I want you guys to understand the story and all of that, can't really continue that. So I don't know how I'm gonna fix this, but I'm gonna try to troubleshoot. I wish you luck figuring it out. Obviously, I know it really does. Yeah, I don't really know. It's so weird. Well, it's at 190 right now, which is the lowest it's been. just about. Again, it's normally like high. It's normally a number that seems high. Like it'll be close to 100%, close to 90 to 100, and it floats during that. But it was at 250 or something earlier. And yeah, I don't really know. I don't know what's going on. Again, I didn't change anything. I did nothing. So we'll just see. We'll just see what I can do. Time heals all. Could play a different game. That's what I mean. I don't know what I have that what do I have? Hold on, we're gonna do this. Let me exit out of fishing real fast. Oops. Returning to gaming mode. We'll see what we have over here. What about that Picross game? I don't know. It's okay. It's an okay Picross game. I'm not loving it, so I wouldn't want to play it. I don't think. Pull our spare PC parts for Jet. More King of the Bridge. I could. I did enjoy it. But that's also a game where I'm like, even though it's not as like story based, I feel like whatever I play when OBS is like this reflects poorly on the game, sort of, you know? And so I don't want people to, if this was their first time seeing King of the Bridge, I wouldn't want them being like, oh, this, because I feel like a lot of people would probably be like, who come in, might say, oh, this game runs poorly. Look how bad it's running on this person's stream. Not knowing that I'm using a capture card, like and I'm running it on a Steam Deck. Like it's my computer that's the issue, not the game. So I don't know. We're gonna see. Let me just check to see what games I have installed and if there's anything that I feel like we could play that's sort of just whatever. I don't know. I don't remember what I haven't started my Steam Deck in a bit. If people automatically assume that without even asking them, they got other problems. I suppose, but you know, like when people come in, they have like, you know, you only have a few seconds really to make an impression on somebody, and if I'm like, they're not gonna like this. They're not gonna come back. So let me just see. Hold on. What do we got? What do we got? Installed. I don't know. I have some games that I want to play that are installed, but like again, I don't want them to play. I don't want you guys to see it when my computer or OBS is acting out. You know. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll just stop today, and we'll figure it. I'll try to mess with OBS. We can figure it out and see what happens tomorrow. I think Brad's right. Time heals all wounds. So hopefully, hopefully this OBS wound will treat us better. Cause yeah, I don't know. It's so strange. Yes, ignore it and it'll get better. Exactly. That's exactly what I've learned. But no, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's acting dumb. I don't get why it's doing all this. So we will think we will just pick this up tomorrow. I'll push some buttons, I guess, and see if it works. It could just be other things. I don't really know, but we'll try tomorrow. And hopefully we'll be able to play more Final Fantasy tomorrow, because I would love to play more. Would really love to get back into that. I missed it over the weekend, so... All right. Well, friends, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I very much appreciate it. Debbie, thank you so much for the 10 stream streak. Thanks for hanging out. And that was it. Best luck with it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll push some buttons. We'll report back tomorrow. We'll see how it works, if it works. But anyway, friends, thank you for being here. Very much appreciate it. I'm probably just gonna end. But thank you. But friends, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. See, I got frozen right there. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully with less stoppage and freezage. So yeah, have a good one, friends. Bye-bye.